defense, good offense.
And not a lot of turnovers, but the defense really, I think, on both ends now, I think the Sevens have gotten to the rim better than the Knicks have.
Burke has his first 2 points for the Sevens. Mind you, these two teams play tomorrow night at 6:30 right here. Trey Burke has been doing a good job of getting inside. And the rebound taken down by Rattan Mays. Burke to forecourt. Foul line. Good.
There is something about Trey Burke's game that you can just tell is...
Beeline at Michigan did Burke, who has the ball now, and they went to the national title game losing to Louisville. There's Hicks, who won a national title with UNC this past year.
Quarter, and it was a 1-point lead at the half.
Maine hit a pair of free throws, and then they never trailed. There were 5 ties, but the Sevens never changed the lead. There's Burke with another make, and you can just tell that. 3 minutes to go until halftime. Delaware has led consistently. Here's Hayes with a triple, but that one is good. A little bit more than a minute to go until halftime. Been a good game so far. Sevens home opener. Burke, he's got it going on. 17 points for the Michigan product.
And he is the scorer. 35 seconds to play in this first half.
Delaware led 52-51 at half of their first game. They currently trail. So the Knicks should be holding for one after Korkmaz's 2 free throws gave the Sevens the lead back. Burke gets fouled by Edwards, and since both teams...
Elton Brand sitting alongside Brian Colangelo. Yeah, we haven't really talked about that. This is exciting times for this roster. Is such a good combination of young guys and some guys with experience. And I think that's because he saw the value of himself late in his career in the locker room.
Burke got the follow. It looked like he just got it off in time.
You have greater length because of that. But you're right, with a guy like a Trey Burke who's so quick, as we're seeing him try to get to the rim again, that can be a disadvantage. Kind of depicts who he is. He's just a tenacious guy who never gives up on a play.
Still getting back to 100% after a season-ending ankle injury in March.
We had mentioned he hadn't made a 3 in the last game, 0 for 5. Started out a little tough here as well, and now he's made back-to-back. Joel Embiid would be a local example, but guys like even Cousins, Lopez.
Oh, yeah. Here's Burke, a triple. On front rims, and Webb 18 points on 9 shots. He's 7 of 9 from the field. Burke will try a triple. That one isn't there. The follow is for...
At 10 points, you know, we talked about Rattan Mays flirting with a triple-double the other night. So did McAdoo with the 10 boards and 6 assists.
There's Trey Burke.
Offensive rebound and stuff.
12 points, 9 boards, 5 assists for Furkan Korkmaz. Trey Burke. He had 22 in the first half.
And obviously, he had experience with Phoenix and Toronto as a general manager, and for both of them, had some good picks and built some good teams.
Burke got fouled on a step-back three.
I think it is a little bit of a wave of the future. We were talking about Elton Brand coming here to be the general manager of the Sevens the other day when Atlanta was in town to play the Sixers. Malik is their general manager. So I think some guys who contributed great in different ways with their NBA careers have now decided maybe I can be really good at the front of
are in. So is Emeka Okafor and Furkan Korkmaz. It's a pretty stout lineup.
Now I will say, with Elton Brand sitting over there to get to the NBA, and you mentioned all of his international experience, but his phrase was, you can take the escalator.
All don't lie. But Burke has 31 points.
It's interesting. I'm watching James Webb III. He's trying to tell the ref, and I always think of a Reggie Miller, how Reggie used to kick us. It's not the right time because you are now back to a 5-point game.
Cornette for 3. Fine time for him to hit his third from downtown. The 7-footer out of Vancouver.
And I had complimented on numerous occasions the Sevens taking care of the ball, but now their turnovers are up to 14.
And there goes Trey Burke making things happen, and he continued good hustle from the Florida State product. Shot clock resets to 14 in the G League. Now 6 to shoot. Burke, that's a deep 2. And it rattles out.
He didn't take it to the hole, but good for him, he made the bucket.
15 points for the Pitt product. Baseline shot isn't there. Cornette is fouled on the putback. Delaware looking for its first win, second game of the year. Burke on Webb. He's fouled and he drops it.
I was about to say, what a great crossover.
The Sevens as a team have 5 in this fourth quarter. Burke hits the free throw. Three-point play is good. He's the game's leading scorer, Trey Burke, who's sitting on 37. The young Turk. And it's Burke, who didn't get it. Rebound to McAdoo. 6. Trying to cut into this deficit. Who else but Burke? And he's got 39 of them.
Well, we've mentioned like that. I mean, Allen would put it up so high. That was almost as high as the top of the backboard.
And responding is who else but Trey Burke.
Intimidating at the rim for the Sevens. He was on that play for Poland.
Now it's Burke. Korkmaz chasing Burke, a seam, and the Knicks lead 43 points for Trey Burke. And it's 110-1.